Freeman of the Oregonian as we do a video podcast of this as well. Joe, I just got back from getting my second shot. I am now, well, in a few weeks, I guess I'll be close to immune to the COVID vaccine. You've had at least one or both?
I've had one. I've had my first.
You have one?
Dose. Yes.
So when you get your second, we can hang out.
Hey-o. We could do a live video cast.
That's right. We could be together.
I'm sure in-person video cast. Yeah.
Well, today on the podcast, we're going to talk about four main topics. One, the Blazers are struggling against winning teams again, but they found some positives in their latest loss to Boston on Tuesday night, 116-115, which I thought was interesting. That was the least upset I've seen this team following a loss this season. Also, we're going to talk about, we saw some glimpses of good Nurkic. Could the Beast be on the verge of making his presence felt for this team? I felt he looked really good last night. He's still on a minutes restriction at 25 minutes, played 26. Is he going to get into the 30s? That would be great for this team. And then we're going to dive into why is this defense so bad. I'm going to break out some analytics charts from 538 Sports and go through the individual players. There's a lot of talk about, Stotts is the problem versus the players, et cetera. I'm not going to really get into that. I'm going to let the fans deal with that for now. But I'm going to show you that the player ratings on this team for defense are not very good, and they correlate with being a bad defense. And then last but not least, are all of these losses to good teams and teams trapping and blitzing Damian Lillard and causing his numbers to shrink lately, costing him a shot at the MVP? We'll get to that as well. But first, Joe, last night, Boston, Jason Tatum, 6'8", rises up over 6'3" McCollum, hits a three to put him up 4. Blazers were unable to answer. That was with 7.8 seconds left. It was a winning team. They're now they've lost 5 of their last 7, and they've been blown out by 4 good teams, Milwaukee, Clippers, Utah, Miami. But this was a winning team in which they played well against. Can you find the same silver lining in this that the Blazers did last night, or is it just another loss to a good team and still a major red flag?
Well, after the last time we gathered, Aaron, I believe I sort of said that I expected them to kind of go through some growing pains as they worked CJ and Nurkic back, as they learned to play with Powell and kind of settled into a new rotation. But this is not what I expected. This is not what I kind of had in mind as far as growing pains go. You can't just get blown out of the gym every night to good teams. And so, you kind of keep waiting for them to turn the corner, and it's just not happening. And they're running out of time, plain and simple. What do they have? They have 18 games left.
Correct.
I believe 14 are against winning teams, and that's not